Hey everyone, the new film Heretic from A24 stars Hugh Grant in a role unlike anything I've seen him in before. He's transformed, tapping into something truly dark and complex, and I can't wait to get into it. While Heretic might be a modern horror film with a twist, it's also a metaphor for modern society, but maybe not in the way you're expecting. And there might be some light spoilers in this review. We'll just have to see how it goes. I can't wait to jump into this one. But before we do, please do give this review a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and you will make my YouTube day. All right. Thanks, everybody. Okay. So, Heretic tells the story of these two young missionaries from the Mormon church, Sister Paxton and Sister Barnes, who are visiting people who've shown an interest in learning more about the church. And they arrive at Mr. Reed's house just as a rainstorm hits. He invites them inside, saying his wife is in the kitchen, and they cautiously accept his invitation. But the minute they step through that door, the atmosphere shifts, and Mr. Reed's curious questions become unsettling, catching the girls off guard and subtly shifting the power dynamic. And it soon becomes clear that Mr. Reed isn't what he seems, and escape isn't as simple as opening a door. Caught in an intellectual game of cat and mouse that is focused on Mr. Reed's discovery of the one true religion, Sisters Barnes and Paxton realize that to survive, they must navigate this physical labyrinth of religious belief, psychological manipulation, and control. And that's where the story really begins. At first glance, Heretic is a straightforward film about religion and our rationalized beliefs. But there's a deeper layer in this story that explores the structure of our beliefs and how they can be constructed and used as forms of control, manipulating our choices in such a way that we feel like we have agency and are in control of choosing our own paths. Heretic presents several arguments about religion, exposing the illusion of choice and control, while the girls know they are being manipulated. They never truly understand that their choices are meaningless because every choice leads to the same inevitable conclusion, undermining their reality. That's what makes good horror great. And that's where Heretic excels. It exposes the idea that belief is not just about following faith and doctrine. It's about how others can harness your beliefs to gain power over you in any environment. That's where the metaphor of the film comes into play, making Heretic feel socially relevant beyond this scary little house. The questions explored in the film are absolutely products of our time, unpacking the power and dynamics that shape the information we consume, which ultimately control our reality. Hugh Grant as Mr. Reed has evolved as an actor, finally growing beyond his charming rom-com archetype into something deeper and darker and much more complex as he shows his true talent. He is captivating, bringing a sincerity and likability to Mr. Reed that is deeply unsettling because of how easily he conceals his character's sinister edge, making you wonder if Mr. Reed is actually trying to help these girls by sharing a religious discovery with them or not. Watching Hugh Grant in this role is one of those rare moments when you witness someone catapulting themselves to the top of their career, and he finally has the luxury to explore roles that challenge him in all new ways as an actor. The young missionaries, Sister Paxton, played by Chloe East, and Sister Barnes, played by Sophie Thatcher, are really well suited for their roles. Sophie Thatcher brings the skeptical edge to Sister Barnes, making her feel a bit wiser and more analytical due to her lived experiences. In contrast, Chloe East is the naive and trusting girl who is an ideal product of her faith. The fact that they are so different illustrates Mr. Reed's ability to control and manipulate anyone by simply understanding who they are and what drives their choices. They are a compelling pair of actresses who play off of each other's strengths in such nice ways that these really could be their breakout roles. They both deliver powerful, believable performances that make us hope that these missionaries can actually find a way out. In today's films, we see a lot of stories, not just horror, that are steeped in darkness and tend to leave us with little or no hope. I did a video about this, a video discussion on this recently. And so I went into Heretic wondering where on that spectrum it would land. And Heretic definitely taps into its dark side while preserving this little kernel of hope, creating this unexpected balance in the script, which was a pleasant surprise since it also keeps you in suspense right up to the end. Religion is the metaphorical fabric of Heretic's story. The film gives a crash course on multiple religions, just cherry picking bits and pieces from different faiths in order to construct this narrative about religion that really undermines all faiths in order to serve Mr. Reed's purpose of revealing the one true religion. Through his distorted theological lessons, we see how religious history, mythology, and facts can be twisted to create a compelling and believable reality that is based on just enough truth to make it feel possible. The result is that even as Sisters Paxton and Barnes are confronted with these shockingly logical yet false assumptions, the audience may also find themselves starting to see the connections that Mr. Reed is making. However, the film doesn't choose one religion over another because that's not the point. That's not the point of the story. The point is Mr. Reed's obsession with the one true religion. And you'll know what that is when you watch the film. Visually, Heretic builds its tension through these layers of familiar religious symbolism, the use of shadow and light and old-timey decorations that all but set up these false expectations from Hinduism and Catholicism to Egyptian mythology and Christianity. Symbols and imagery blur together, creating a strange unity that reflects on the film's exploration of constructed belief and religious mythology. To a degree, Mr. Reed's house really is fashioned after an image of Dante's Paradiso. Mirroring the levels of heaven and hell, he empowers the girls to create their own path by choosing to walk through his front door and then through each successive door in their attempt to escape. But is choice really a choice when every decision is constructed to lead to the same outcome? It's questions like this that Heretic explores so well. A constant underlying question in the film is, does Mr. Reed actually possess knowledge of this one true religion? And is there something mystical out there that he has found? Or is it all this elaborate psychological trap meant to eradicate free will? Heretic keeps us guessing, playing with the tension between mysticism and manipulation as we try to figure out if there is anything to what he is saying, or if he is just creating this illusion. This ambiguity is what makes the story so compelling. It might leave breadcrumbs, but it never fully tips its hand. Not until the end. Heretic leans heavily into the puzzle trope, creating a story where every choice the girls are given feels like a test that they will fail. And what I loved about the film is how Sister Barnes was wise to Mr. Reed's mental games almost from the start. And she actively tried to think their way out of this situation, which upleveled the storytelling and the character development for all of the characters. Because she clearly saw the game at play, the audience was able to play along with her and Sister Paxton as they pieced together how to escape and if escape was even possible. With each perfectly timed question and clue paired with each new revelation, they brought us deeper into the house with fewer and fewer choices to make. If you're a fan of horror, psychological thrillers, or films that make you question what's real, then Heretic is definitely worth the price of the ticket. It's dark, it's unsettling, and it's thought provoking, but it is not for everyone. If you're religious, you may find it offensive, or your brain might just kind of tune out mentally because of all the religious stuff. Also, the film's themes of confinement and psychological manipulation of women might be just a little bit disturbing for some people. And while the story centers around two young women, don't mistake it for a family-friendly film. Heretic is intense and could be deeply upsetting for young children. It's a film that will stay with you long after you leave the theater, sparking conversations about religion, faith, and control. Looking back on this film, you can see how it serves as a metaphor for society at large and how groups of people can fall prey to carefully constructed narratives that are designed to lead them to a predetermined conclusion while also making each step along the path look logical and like each choice is made through their own personal agency. So, have you seen Heretic? Are you planning on watching it? And what are your thoughts on how Mr. Barnes constructed his trap? Did it make you think? Or did you find yourself tuning out? Did it remind you at all of the film Never Let Go? I'm really curious about that one. Let's talk about it and share your thoughts below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more because there are more just like these. So be sure to check them out and let me know what you think. For now, I'll see y'all later. Bye.